That sound is known across this country. Supposed to be one of the finest moments in a young man's life getting drafted. But guess what? It happened. But it happened way too late. And the country is going crazy. The country, bro. Shedeur Sanders. And if you, like you say, sleeping on the rock, you ain't hear what's going on. I heard this from where I was everywhere. Yeah. It felt like, bro, this shit was crazy. 144. Projected to be a top 5 pick. Projected number 2 quarterback in the draft. The narrative start since January. The bullshit. And this guy drops to the 5th round, bro.
Something we never seen before in NFL history, bro. We never seen across all boards the number 2. It was clearly he was the number 2 quarterback, right? Easily, right? Bro, before we take a deep dive in it, they picked Tyler Soule. They're gonna play this video from his his combine, bro. You see that throw? And that alone, he gets picked at 26. Yo, bro, he's 26 years old. And he gets picked before Shedeur?
And not just that. Jackson Dart, Jalen Milroe, Dylan Gabriel. These are all the guys they picked before this guy. And you know what? I'm not even going to bring up his flaws. I'm just talking straight good things about Shedeur Sanders. Bro, the NFL, really, the shield, this country club of owners violated, bro. And I'm going to start out by saying this. I'm not going to use the race card. I'm not even going to do that. Bro, this is pure personal. They hate dudes with confidence, swag. They just hate it. And I don't understand why.
Well, you can't say that and say it's not because Baker Mayfield had that. He won number 1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
so you can't even say that.
I mean, and then you got guy, and then it's not like this guy has baggage. And we've seen a football family before do way worse than what Dion did. Let's not forget Eli Manning. Yeah. When he said, "I'm not going to play over there." And you know what the teams did? They ain't draft him. But you know what the Giants did, right? Oh, I'll take them.
No, the Chargers drafted him and traded him to the Giants.
But my thing is, nobody came at Arch Manning. You know what they call him? The royal family, the first family in the NFL. But when Dion does it his way, he's a menace. He catered his offense to Shedeur. He ain't throwing the ball for this guy. Bro, this guy threw, you know what his percentage, bro? 74%. 37 touchdowns, over 4,000 yards, 168.2 quarterback rating. 8th in the Heisman voting. And that's because his offensive line sucked. It probably would have higher than that. Bro, this guy played with a trash offensive line and still put up these kind of numbers. So,
and turned the program around.
A 1-11 program. The narrative before he got there, he played in the SWAC. They said it's not good enough. He go to Colorado, gets a full new team. A full new team. Mad dudes transferred. There was no real chemistry. All they did was the first game, they just beat the team that made it to the national championship. It wasn't the same team, but it still is what it is. He put up numbers. Then but he ain't do nothing against the good teams. Bro, you just don't do this, bro. And I get it, bro. Matter of fact, I don't.
Yeah,
let me change that.
First, let me say
I don't
this.
get it. I don't.
The NFL don't know shit about quarterbacks. That's just a fact.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say some names. These are the quarterbacks that's supposed to be generational. Zach Wilson.
Bust.
On his second, third team. Trey Lance.
Bust.
Backup. Josh Rosen. He's out there in the NFL. Mac Jones. Mm-hmm. Now let's talk about the third rounders. Or after the second round. You got Brock Purdy, a 7th-round quarterback. He just took the 49ers to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
You got Dak Prescott. He just signed one of the largest contracts in NFL history. Starting quarterback for the Cowboys, 3rd-round pick. Mm-hmm. You got Jalen Hurts. You got Lamar Jackson. He's supposed to be a running back.
Yeah, a wide receiver.
You got Russell Wilson, a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He was a 3rd-round pick. Mm-hmm. Aaron Rodgers, remember when he did his all the way his stuff? He's just probably a top 5 quarterback of all time.
Facts.
Then you got Kirk Cousins, a 4th-round pick. Bro, so the NFL, when it comes to scouting quarterbacks and all, they don't know shit, bro. it just is what it is.
Yeah.
They just gambling at this point.
And Trey Lance is a perfect example of gambling. That guy played what? 5 games?
Yeah.
So you telling me y'all scouts got enough tape on this guy that played 5 or 6 games, but you got 4 full seasons of Shedeur Sanders, and he just automatically. Y'all been saying this guy was the number 2 quarterback in the draft, all the way up to January when these interviews, they didn't like his interview. This guy never been in trouble. This guy, he's just taking advantage of NIL just like every other player in college, basketball, football, whatever. And so you can't use that against him. Mm-hmm. So, bro, that's why I put that up there. They trying to humble, but why him?
But this is what I'm going to say, right? This is why I'm going to come at Shedeur and Dion for this, right? Mm-hmm. And why they played the part in the Shedeur slide, right? Mm-hmm. I believe the report, he did go in them interviews and basically didn't take it serious. Yeah. Because he like, some of these teams I'm interviewing for, I'm not dropping to y'all, right? Mm-hmm. So he didn't give it his all in those interviews, bro. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure Dion, what he say, my son's a top 5 pick. My son he ain't going to certain teams, this, right? So that played the part and why he slid, because these teams, I believe the NFL, GMs,
the owners,
right?
All that.
The owners, all that. Hold on. Because now this is where I go. This is where, you know what I mean? This is where you got to open the files. Yeah. They colluded. So, you think you too good? We're going to humble you now.
You think you could beat the Shield?
Yeah, we're going to humble you now because we don't think you that much talented where you could do whatever you want. You see, Caleb Williams was still number 1 even though he pulled his shenanigans because they felt like he's talent. A generational quarterback. Mm-hmm. And I get teams saying, Shedeur Sanders, he don't got the big arm. He's not mobile, so he's not a generational. I get that. Mm-hmm. I'm not mad at that. But what you're not going to tell me is that Shedeur Sanders is a 5th-round pick.
Yeah,
hell no.
It's not 143 players better than him. No way, no how,
bro. Dylan Gabriel.
Did he get drafted by the Browns too? Right? Yeah. Guess what?
It's bro. And I'm mad at Swagoo and the whole ESPN analyst system. And what's her name? The white boy.
Jackson Dart?
No,
Dan Orlovsky?
Yeah. Cause they try to paint a picture like, teams is he's just not that good, so that's why he slid. You're not gonna tell me this not personal, bro.
It's not.
Bro, I'm gonna say it again. We never seen a number 2 quarterback slip this far in the NFL draft, bro. Never.
And we probably never gonna see it again.
We never heard of Tyler Sowell. We never heard of none of these quarterbacks. The Giants, you want to pick Jackson Dart? I can get that a little bit. Like, I feel heard it. But what about the rest of those guys?
Rim. For the Steelers to keep Mason Rudolph over Shedeur Sanders,
come on,
it's criminal. It's criminal. Bro, Mason Rudolph hasn't done shit. Mm-mm. So y'all gonna go and then and look at this. He hasn't done shit and they always still win 9 or 10 games. So bro, why wouldn't you try? Like, if we get this guy, a guy who's confident, who believes in himself, bro, why not?
And
what are y'all gonna lose?
And this is my thing. Let's just cause I'm gonna go what they would say. Are you waiting for Aaron Rodgers? Cause Aaron Rodgers, they want to sign Aaron Rodgers. Okay, heard it. If y'all waiting for Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Rodgers do sign, Aaron Rodgers ain't playing 3-4 years.
That's a fact. Still draft him, and now he could watch Aaron Rodgers, what makes it even a better choice.
Exactly.
Oh shit, I can watch A-Rod for 1 or 2 joints instead of me going right into the fire. I'm bugging out, bro.
And you know what I
losing it, bro.
You know what I hate about all this, bro? Cause they try to lie to you, lie to us. Oh, he don't got a big arm. Did Peyton Manning have a big arm?
Nope. Just one of the smartest quarterbacks that ever played the game.
Can Peyton Manning run?
Nope. Can Tom Brady run? Tom Brady never had the biggest arm.
I'm not saying Shedeur Sanders is Peyton Manning, but I'm just saying let's stop acting like you need a big arm to be successful in the NFL. No, can he make the throws? That's it.
Yeah.
When it's time to do it, can you make the throws? That's it, bro. You're not gonna tell me a guy that went to a HBCU, they turned that program around. Went to a Colorado team, turned that around. You gotta have something inside you that you can't teach to do things like that, bro.
And that's the type of people I want to draft. I want to draft dudes. Everything was given to him. I get it. He had his father behind him, but let's not, bro. At the end of the day, this guy wins, bro.
Facts.
He could have went there. You know what people was banking on? They thought he was gonna go to Colorado and stink it up. I swear to God, I know that's the. Oh, I want to see him doing the Power 5. He goes to the Power 5 and still does what he does. And me personally, I think he's better than Cam Ward. Me personally. And I watched him enough, and I watched Cam Ward a little bit, but bro, I see that the only thing I hate about him, he's just not a typical black quarterback that I like. Like, I like dude, it's certain thing he just holds the ball too long. That's my only thing. Yeah. But bro, he's probably the most accurate quarterback we've seen in the past 10 years in college, bro.
But you see, I get that part of Cam Ward going number 1, right? Because the worst part of the NFL draft I hate is that it's 3 months or 4 months after the college season ends. Because you got all these so-called experts. Now they evaluating everything. Yeah. I actually don't know nothing. Because they get it wrong every single year. But anyway, I get Cam Ward because it's like, all right, Cam Ward got an arm. Right? He could run. So I get that where a team would be like, man, he's more the typical black quarterback.
Yeah, typical quarterback that we want.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, he fits the new mold of the Lamar Jacksons. And
Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, those type of quarterbacks.
I get that part. Why? But me personally, I would have, because bro, I want somebody that I know that could process everything. Cam Ward, bro, he goes off straight instincts and talent. Right? He feels like, yo, my arm is big enough. I can make any throw. I'm never in trouble. Shedeur is more, he processes everything, bro. He's more of a, all right, this
cerebral and shit.
Yeah, bro. Like,
bro, I want a guy who's been working under the GOAT. This guy talks to the GOAT on numerous, bro. I want that guy.
And you know what's strange about that? What's strange about that is Tom Brady, the Raiders.
Yo, bro, I'm lost, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
I should have had a Shedeur Sanders jersey on right now. Yeah, that shit probably would have been sold out. But, bro, there's no way on God's green earth that this guy was 144th pick. There's no way, bro. Hell no.
5th round pick.
Hell no. There's no way. I got one more thing to say, bro, before we switch gears. When it comes down to this football shit, bro, I want the fans and everybody who be watching sports to understand, bro, this shit is all a game. At the end of the day, these niggas really talk to each other and really pick apart what they want. And make these narratives, bro. Then another thing was, oh yeah, they hated that he ain't participate in the combine. Nobody said the damn thing. Caleb Williams ain't take part, or these other quarterbacks. And I be just thinking they don't like how he's cocky. Aaron Rodgers is the most arrogant dude out there. I get it. He's one of the most top 5 talent, but nobody cares.
No, now they don't.
Yeah, but
you can't compare Roger.
No, hell no. But I'm just saying, don't use a narrative for a guy that hasn't. Bro, my son had a clean slate for his whole college career. Nothing. No, I done seen the NFL pick dudes who was fighting cases in the first round and gave these guys a shot. This guy, what second chance he needed? None. This is his chance.
Bro, I'm telling you, they rubbed him and Shedeur Sanders, rubbed them GMs the wrong way when they went in them interviews. Probably like, yo,
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think Deion and Shedeur knew that it was going to be a chance that they slipped out of the first round? That's why they wasn't there?
Damn, that's a good question. I don't know. Me personally, I don't think so. Because I feel if they thought he was going to slip, they wouldn't have had that big party. I just thought they was like, yo, we're going to do our own thing. We're not doing the green room. We're going to do our own green room. That's me personally. What you think?
I'm just thinking, because obviously they had to plan that shit weeks in advance. I'm just thinking like it was just like we said, this guy was the projected. Like, why wouldn't Shedeur want to walk across that stage? Like, that's when they show out the chains, the outfit. Why they ain't want to do that?
Because I think, I'm just saying, I think, like I said, they want to do their own thing.
Or he heard the ramblings.
And Shedeur Sanders wasn't going to get drafted. You know what I mean? So, not that high. So maybe they just want to, I don't know. It could be. Could be. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. I don't know.
And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell.